It's your girl, the Duchess, and welcome to the Vibe Check. That's right. I found a way to blend all of my stuff together in one show, okay? Because sometimes I want to talk conspiracy theories, sometimes I want to talk spirituality, other times I want to read your tarot cards. So what we're going to do is find a way that it's all connected, okay? That is a big theme here. So we'll go over world topics, hip hop topics, politics, weird things going on, strange phenomenons, also mixed with a little bit of astrology, right? Because I like to believe that these things are not coincidental, okay? Back in the day, they used to actually, a lot of world leaders would use astrology to make certain moves, okay? So it's no accident that things go on, things happen the same time over and over again when the moon is at a certain angle. Okay, so shout out to all my people who are into spirituality. Shout out to the big majority of you who are not, who are about to understand how this is all connected. Okay. So a lot of you may have also known me from the battle rap community. Shout out to everyone who has seen me do commentary, do hip hop interviews, and just that is a big hobby of mine. And a lot of my blogs and things about battle rap will be on another channel, Battle Rap Royalty. So shout out to everyone who knows me and who will be following on both. Okay. I wanted to specifically start this series before I go into, the Erica Kirk versus Candace Owens. I wanted to do a little video just about our thoughts on Charlie Kirk. And when I say our, I hope it's okay to speak for, minorities, for people who have never heard of him before and Turning Point USA. So see, before Charlie died, I never heard of him. Never. No, honest to God. No, oh wait. Honest to God, never in my life heard of this man, never heard of Turning Point USA. So we surely never heard of Erica, right? So to us, we did not like him once we found out who he was, okay? And we're going to talk about that too, because as soon as he died, the media showed us every negative video of this man. His thoughts on DEI hires, his thoughts just on Black people in general were horrible. His thoughts on gun violence. I think that a lot of people, kind of said how like weird it was that he was all for guns and all talking about how, things happen, people are casualties, and then he literally became a casualty in gun violence. I want to be clear that although I am a big fan of what Candace is doing and how Candace is, diving into this, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the investigative work and for the tea. You know what I'm saying? But make no mistake, still not a fan of Charlie Kirk. I am actually a fan of how the universe works and how God said, well, you're not a fan of minorities, but let me show you in the afterlife that the only person who has your back is a Black woman. Can I get an amen to that? So to me, the irony in that, I know a lot of people, they're a little morbid, okay? So a lot of people refer to the gun stuff and say, oh, well, he was for guns and he died by the gun, whatever. Nah, I'm not that morbid, but I am petty, okay? And the petty Betty in me just gleefully laughs on the inside every day because it is an educated Black woman who is the only one who has this man's back, who is the only one who is bold enough to speak up for him, who is bold enough to investigate and go against the entire system for him, right? So now, some of the videos, one specific video that sticks out that I saw about him was Charlie saying that if he had a Black pilot, he would be scared. And I just need every person who thinks like this and who thinks they are above anyone, who thinks that they paid for all this college. Oh, he didn't go to college. Who thinks that they have a higher education than us. How stupid are you? You think that the inclusion means that they just put anybody there? Their resume still has to be qualified. Are you guys dumb? Are you dumb? Seriously, like you, And how come no one has corrected that yet? Like, this man was on campus saying that. This man is in videos saying, well, I hope the pilot is qualified if I see a black pilot. Like, what? You think they just picked a random black person and just let them fly that plane, not someone with a resume? The whole point of the inclusion hires is to include other people. And it's sad that we have to say that. It's sad that that is even a thing. So I don't think he was the sharpest tool in the shed. I really don't, okay? But I also want to point out that the more I dive into this, I also notice that the media is being controlled by a certain group of people that may have wanted him removed. Okay, so it's no mistake that those are the videos that came out as soon as he died. And I'm well aware of that. As much as I saw it and was like, Tui, shame on you, Mr. Kirky. I also understand and can wrap my head around the fact that they will make sure I say they, when I say they, I mean the elite. I don't know who they belong to. I don't know who's who, but the people at play up there with more money than us. I believe that, they just know how to spin the narrative. And that's why as soon as it came out, we were like, oh, well, promise you, if it wasn't for Candace opening up this can of worms, we would not care. I can 1,000, 2,000, 16 million% let you know that we did not know this man. You know that Kiki Palmer meme. I don't know that man. I've never seen this man. I'm sorry to this man. This man could walk by me right now. I've never seen this man in my life. Okay, it's the drama that is making us tuned in. So to Turning Point USA, if you guys didn't want a spectacle, you shouldn't have made a spectacle, because now we're tuned in. And what I love about this new generation is they are speaking up. I think that there is, not to be rude, there is a big portion of politics that are getting old and kind of passing away. You know what I mean? If you will, like dinosaur level. And I think the new wave that is coming up might be able to actually do something or save something, okay, in this country, because they're not afraid to speak up. They're not afraid to fight back. They're not afraid to ask certain questions. And I did notice that towards the end of Charlie's life, he did start speaking up and listening. And he wasn't, he was open to there being college kids that had to put him on. And he started doing information and fact checking and doing things like that. Again, going back to Candace, right? I don't want to say raised, because I was told not to like Candace because she didn't like Black Lives Matter, right? And now, but this was before TikTok, I want to say. Or I don't think I was on TikTok yet. Maybe because this was like pre-pandemic-ish. But I feel like we were just told Candace doesn't like black people. Don't watch Candace. Candace hates Black Lives Matter, right? To the point that my mom was not a Candace, she's still not a Candace fan, and I would be like telling my sister, like, Jazz, I've been watching Candace, and I kind of agree with her. Don't tell mommy, you know what I'm saying? Don't tell ma, but I've been sipping from the Candace Kool-Aid. Yes, I have, and I have to say I appreciate her investigation. This is our motherfucking Nancy Drew. Can I get an amen? Part of my language, okay? This is our Murder, She Wrote. This is our Harriet the Spy. This is what we have, and I couldn't be happier to know that there is a figure out there like her. And I think that she was very misrepresented, because we later found out that what she was trying to tell us was the founders of Black Lives Matter were stealing our money. The founders were, just like we heard, what was it? Was it a Red Cross or like American Publishing Clearing? All these places eventually we find out were all scams. Even the McDonald's Monopoly game was a scam. Did you know that? Did you know that the guys who made the Monopoly game were just creating the pieces and taking them for themselves? What? Like, there was a lot of things that were scams in our life. So I appreciate people getting to the bottom of it. And she was bold enough to tell us as a black woman, hey, don't trust these people and don't give them your money, right? So then Candace and Charlie, before people tried to split them up from being a force to be reckoned with, right? Because we didn't hear about Charlie. We heard about Candace and Kanye. Charlie was very much part of that whole little movement. So there was a movement called Blexit, and I just recently did my research, like what even was this? Because my mind is like, I thought Charlie ain't like black people, so wait, what was he doing at the Blexit? So I checked it out, right? So Blexit was a movement, I think, that Candace was doing, where it was trying to push, the black community into the Republican movement. Since then, I think Candace doesn't really she's not really pro-Republican. I'm not sure exactly what it is that she's leaning towards, but I think that the whole MAGA movement is fighting against each other. So it's going to be a shit show for whatever midterms, for whatever is going on, next presidency, because right now, all the people who push the Republicans, all the Republicans are fighting within each other. But at the same time, we're not really trusting the Democrats because they paid Beyonce to perform, and she may have voted for Trump. So it's like, we don't really know who to trust. We don't know. So it's a whole lot of. But I just wanted to be clear that although we are 100% Team Candace, that does not mean that, we were Team Charlie. And that's no disrespect to him and his legacy. I just really need to get to the bottom of his thoughts on black people before I do all of that. What I'm defending here is that Erica Kirk has never shed a tear in this whole tour that she's been on. That's it. I do know that there is a movie that they've been comparing this to. What is it? It has Nicolas Cage in it, does it? And it was in Vegas, and the guy's Kirkland, he died. And it was just a whole lot of stuff. So I kind of want to see that movie to see if there's any other stuff we're missing. There's also people who are saying that this is all fake, in the sense of Charlie could be alive, he's playing a character, Erica's playing a character, and they're even going as far as saying Candace is playing a character, and that we're all eating it up. I don't know what to believe anymore, but I do know that when I listen to Candace, she is looking up history. She is looking up facts that have been scrubbed, that have been removed, that are kind of there for us to check. But this modern generation is going so fast that we don't even really do the homework as much as we really should. So I'm with whoever is speaking the facts, whoever is actually providing facts, not beating around the bush, not, tearing down each other and saying rude things. It's not easy. It's not easy to go up there and debate and ask questions and say certain things without getting ratchet. Okay, I come from a place where it's like, you're either pressing somebody, you know what I mean? You want to get to the bottom of it. So I commend anybody who is able to fight back gracefully and who is trying to do something better for our generation. Because like I said, the tides are changing, and people are saying, they've always said after the age of Aquarius, or during the age of Aquarius, the meek shall inherit the earth, I should say. So I think that we're witnessing it. I think that we're getting to watch good versus evil. And at this point, the good is winning a lot. It's like a dark energy, I don't know, has been lifted. And word on the astrological playground is that there has been a 14-year cycle that has just lifted. So if you felt like there was like a heaviness on you, or certain lessons that you needed to learn, certain things that you've been going through, that energy has lifted. So some of us will notice a change in our ways. Other people will not. And that's on them to get through these lessons and get their ish together. I don't know how else to say it. Shout out to a lot of the channels that I watch and I get my information from. I'm a big Sloan Bella fan. I'm a big Candace fan. I'm a big Tisa Tells fan. Make It Make Sense. Murad. I watch a lot. Candace, of course. I don't know if I said her twice. What's my girl? Not Rotten Tomatoes. What is her name? Mangoes. Maybe it's Rotten Mangoes. My girl that deep dives. I'm a big fan of not just conspiracy theories, but real facts. So I watch all these channels. So the fact that people are just getting hip to certain information, we've known this for the last 2-3 years, right? Like we were listening to Jaguar Wright, And we knew all of this Diddy stuff before Diddy even got to jail. Yeah. So stick with me, kid. I'll give you the tea as I get it. It's fun, like I said, how all this stuff is connected and the elites and who belongs to who and things that they're covering up and minor details. But stay tuned because I'm going to get into the Erica Kirk and Candace drama and what went down in their meeting. Thank you guys for tuning in. Tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. You guys can also follow me on Instagram at the Duchess of Jersey, and you can book a tarot reading, oracle reading, any questions. Send me an email at divine tarot intervention at gmail.com, and I'll also get that vibe check email out there so we can get started with that. Make sure you guys shoot me an email, send me a message. Like I said, get those readings, y'all. Okay, don't be shy.